California Attorney General Rob Bonta is right here with us one more time at Johal's place. It's a big community, Indian Americans and the larger Asian community who has gathered together to welcome him, support him, and once again show that we are with you and we appreciate your support. So, how's the feel this evening?
Amazing. I'm grateful as always. This is an annual tradition that I'm so appreciative of Joe Johal and Billy Johal and the community for having for me every year. I'm running for re-election this year to continue to my work as California Attorney General, and I can't do it without the support of Joe, Billy, and all the great supporters that are here. So this is democracy in action, helping leaders that we support get re-elected and continue to serve in office, and it means a lot to me, and I'm very excited and just very honored.
So what are the most pressing issues that you see contemporarily?
Public safety for sure. People want safe streets. They deserve it. Everyone deserves to be safe. And so at the California Attorney General's office, public safety is job number one. Number two, number three, costs, cost of living, cost of housing, cost of food, cost of eggs, gas, also very important. I think the people during the last election made that loud and clear that they want lower costs and they want their dollar to be able to travel further and get more done in terms of purchasing power, and so we're working on lowering the cost of housing by having more housing units be produced in the state of California. We're definitely working on tackling the public safety issues like fentanyl and hate crimes and human trafficking, organized retail crime. I think those are two of the biggest issues that people are facing right now and are wanting their leaders to deliver on.
So I know, Joe, that you've been supporting Rob from many, many years. So tell us a little more about the support back. What are the key points that you appreciate the most? And you're doing this in personal capacity, but as a national chair of APAPA, which is a non-profit, how do you see the impact of his efforts on the overall South Asian community?
But I think his engagement with not only the overall population of California, but with the Asians, what he has done, and what actually his mother was involved when APAPA started. She was helping CCN, and so it's all about inspiring, engaging, and empowering the Asian community. And Rob is not only accessible, but he listens and makes a difference where he can. Obviously, not everything is, in his power. We get text messages all the time, me and him, people complaining about one thing or another. And I tell him, it's like, it's a system. And if you want change, you got to be part of the change. And Rob is always there for us. And Rob, thank you for being here. And then thank you to all the folks who are here. And Dr. Randava's here from the Ames Hospital and his whole team right here as well, who are Dr. Pullers over there. And, they're all here to support from all over the state. And that's what we need. Community engagement, civic engagement, and leadership in every aspect we can get in. So thank you, Rob, for everything you do, sir.
Thank you, Joe.
Any final words to all the viewers of YoIndiaTV?
I just want to tell you how much a fan I am of Joe Johal. He brings people together from all over California to come to his home. He encourages people to be active, to participate in our democratic process, to be engaged, and that's how our voices are heard, especially as communities with large numbers of immigrants. We need our voices to be heard. And I came from another country. Many of the folks here did as well, looking for a new life and hope and opportunity here. And the way to make this the country that we want it to be and the state that we want it to be is to participate in the process and help shape our future and write the next chapter. So I'm grateful that Joe has brought so many great folks together once again to be part of that process.
Thank you very much.
And he gave her the time. And you know what? For a moment in time when his time is precious, it's very difficult to talk to everybody in the room, but he made the time and said, absolutely, I will talk to her. And that's really what I think one should always expect from your elected officials. Will they break bread with you? Will they come to your homes? One of the things about Joe that I've always understood, Joe's very, very particular about building relationships. And he always encourages anybody who ever comes here to get to know your elected officials, right? It's key. Half of the time it's about that ability to have a dialogue. What I will say is that Joe and Billy have been very gracious, right? It's not easy to get people on a Monday or a Tuesday to come and write checks. It's just this very idea. But APAPA, certainly, which now Joe is at the helm of and has worked with CC on that, there's this opportunity. But
Thank you. My name is Ankit. I represent Asian American Hotel Owners Association. I just want to tell you guys one thing. If you're not on table, you're going to be on the menu.
This check is $25,000, but after we get done, and that's the biggest check. So thank you very much for that. And thank you.
So contribute for him and be engaged with his team. Thank you.
Wendy's, Jack in the Box, Burger King. But Rob, we are missing Jollibee over here.
Round of applause for them for this beautiful event. And yeah, we've been supporting Rob since the beginning.
I want to say thank you to Joe. Thank you to Billy. Thank you for hosting me yet again. This is the 4th event. They do one for me every year. And every year, I couldn't be more appreciative and more grateful. And it's bigger and better every time. I meet old friends and new, and it's just wonderful to be here again. And I think it's so important that the role that Joe and Billy play, being able to convene folks, bring folks together, where you can strengthen friendships and build new relationships and talk about issues confronting our society. And so I want to say thank you for doing that yet again tonight to Billy and to Joe. Thank you.
We're protecting rights and freedoms. Sometimes, unfortunately, we are at odds with our federal administration, who, in 2 instances that I want to highlight, one tried to take $170 billion that was already appropriated by Congress and supposed to be spent on critical and essential services in California, tried to take that away. But we went to court. We made our arguments, and we were able to block that withholding of the funding, so that $170 billion that was going to be taken away continues to flow into California and to be invested in Californians and critical services like healthcare and college and childcare, public safety that we need. We're also, thank you. And I'll just end with this. We're also defending our Constitution, the most important document that there is in the United States of America. It's our defining foundational document. And one of the rights that exists and is given and granted by the U.S. Constitution is the right to birthright citizenship. The idea that if you are born on American soil, regardless of who your parents were and what their immigration status is, you are a U.S. citizen. And perhaps some people in this room have U.S. citizenship because of birthright citizenship. But the president tried to remove that constitutional right with a stroke of a pen, an executive order. And that's not the way. There are ways. There is a way to amend the Constitution. That's not the way. And so we went to court and we challenged that action, and we won and got the Trump administration's action blocked to make sure that the U.S. Constitution continues to have power and authority, and those born in America continue to have the rights and privileges of U.S. citizenship. So we will continue to fight on all fronts. I know that democracy can be messy. I know that we have challenges. I know that progress is not linear. Sometimes we take steps forward, then we slide back. Sometimes it moves and zigs and zags. We are at a challenging time, as Joe rightfully said. And the answer, the antidote, the response that is required is for all of us to continue to care, to try, to participate, to engage, and to fight for the future that we need. There are many more chapters to be written about the story of America, the story of California, and it's going to be written by you and me and us together. And so I'm going to do my best as Attorney General. Thank you for your support. With your support, I feel inspired and confident that I can win re-election. I'll be back here next year saying the same thing, asking you for more donations. But for now, I want to say thank you for the generosity of your time. I'm grateful for your support. I'm so glad you're here. Let's spend more time together. Let's have some drinks, eat some food, and visit with one another. Thanks again for having me, and another round of applause for Joe and Billy Johal. Thank you.